This is Brian, and welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy X. We just kind of got through the beginning part. Now we're in a watery ruins section, basically. We got Titus swimming around here. We can finally go into the menu, though. I think I might have been able to access it part of Xanarkand yet, but I don't remember if I could or not, so we can go through and see what we got available here. Yeah, we already knew the items I had, but go ahead and sort them. Equipment. We got a longsword and a buckler, not much there. You can see there are abilities, potentially, but these weapons don't have any yet. And we don't have any key items yet. No abilities yet. Overdrive. We already saw what he has. But there's also mode. Right now, he only has one mode. Stoic. Charges when character takes damage. There are a lot of different modes you can get. I believe if you wanted to sit and grind against some of those spine enemies in Xanarkand at the beginning, you could unlock some of the new modes already. Or potentially new overdrives for Titus. Because his overdrives are based upon how many times he actually uses overdrives. So if you use Spiral Cut enough times, you'll unlock the next one. Status screen, yeah. Typical kind of stats you have in a lot of Final Fantasy or RPG type games. Strength, defense, magic defense, agility, luck, evasion, and accuracy. So you can see he doesn't have any of these yet, but there are auto abilities, skills, specials, white magic, black magic. And he can get all of those, it seems like. Options probably won't change too much here. Subtitles I think I'll leave on, just in case anybody is for some reason listening to it on low volume or just can't hear the dialogue sometimes well enough and wants to see what they're saying. Names, I don't really have a problem with leaving that on either. Yeah, default's fine. I don't think that matters either. It'll give you guys more information, I think, if I just leave it on. We're not going to do too much with that yet. I'll explain that as we go, and I might change that later. Map? Yeah, I'll leave that on. Yeah, vibration, I don't need that. You can see we start out with 300 gil. And yes, it is nice that we have a mini map up in the upper left corner there. You can kind of see where you're trying to go. First thing I'm going to head for is to actually get out of the water up here. Now, see the blue thing on the wall? Something is written here. Edra meet Rana Uvmektverd Emisahida Dra Migak Heckard. Yeah, so the only thing you can tell, there's one word in that is in red or pink, Macalania. The rest of it is in a different language that we can't read. Macalania might sound like a different language to you too, but it is a part of the game.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
There's actually a treasure over here though. 200 gil. Notice if I hit circle, you can actually make him dive, but there's nothing to dive for here. There's another area over here on the left-hand side, though, that we can get out of the water. Oh no, not that one. That's where I need to go to progress. It just kind of tripped me because it changes the camera angle sometimes depending on how close you get to different areas. Alright, introduction to Bhed. Find Bhed primers to help you decipher the strange Bhed language. And that's what we were reading over on that other thing. Now, this is a compilation spear, which, if you have saves in your memory cards, you can actually access your data from a different save file. Like, let's say you've played to the end of the game and you've gotten all of the primers to translate the language. You could upload them here and be able to read the language from the beginning of the game. Not going to do that. We'll just pick them all up as we go and do it the traditional way. Got 2 potions over here, though. And I got another save sphere here. There's a statue and some other stuff underwater here. Now I want to take this path first because there's treasure over here. And if you keep going forward, that's actually going to progress you to the point that you're not going to be able to get back over here right away. Just a high potion, but I already got a high potion. So I guess I shouldn't be saying just a high potion, but for the beginning of the game, that's pretty nice. Spent too much time looking around and fell in. Eventually you'll automatically trigger the cutscene and then the fight here. It's the Haggins. Yeah, since he can swim, he can do underwater battle. It's also a thing with the blitzball and the underwater mechanics in the game. These characters apparently have a really good ability to hold their breath. At least some of them. The big guy coming out. This is Geosgano. He's a boss. And he is pretty tough. See right there, that took about half of my health already. Just to play it safe, I think I'll use a potion. But I think this is a fight that you can lose. Maybe it's taking my half of my health regardless. We'll find out. Okay, I guess I just had to hit him twice, or else it was based upon damage. I'm not sure if it's based on hits or amount of damage, but yeah, I don't have to control any of this. It's automatically doing it all, so... Just about got eaten.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Alright, so yeah, the passage blocked behind us. Not that we necessarily want to go back out there. Yeah, you're not meant to be able to beat that guy. I think he has over 30,000 HP. And at this point in the game, there's no way to level up or anything before that fight. But pretty sure that's an impossible one. Seems like he moved those pretty easily, and those looked like some fairly large rocks.
Cold. Need fire.
Alright, so yeah, we're in the ruins hall now. I guess I probably did waste a potion there then that I wouldn't have needed to, but that's alright. Just touch that to get my HP back. And now we can explore a little bit here, looking for treasure and a way to make a fire. You can see there's an X in the middle of the map, and that's just pointing you that there is a campfire here. Remains of a campfire. With flint and tinder, you could start another fire here. So it sounds like that's probably what we're going to want to try to do. Some withered flowers have been left here. They have soaked up too much rainwater to serve as tinder. Yeah, you just kind of explore around a little bit and search for some materials to start a fire. Same thing for those. You come back here, there's actually a treasure over there. And we got next potion. So yeah, I said it's pretty early to get a high potion earlier. Even better for an X potion already. And you can see the green squares on the map indicate a room that you can go into. This is the one that I came from. Okay. Never mind. Alright, we obtained a flint. That's all that was in here, though. Now here, if you actually come down here, there's an ether there. Can be kind of easy to miss because unless you head that direction, it's not going to show up on your map until you make the camera angle change. I'm gonna go past that for now and come up here. I got another treasure chest up here. Another high potion. Yeah, 100 MP for an ether in this one, 1,000 for a high potion, 200 for a potion, and yeah, X potion fully restores. Key items, now we do have one. Flint, used to start fires. That's the only one I have so far. Okay, obtained a withered bouquet. Someone put heart and soul into making this. Well, that's too bad. We're gonna use it to start a fire. I was hitting the button, it said to examine it, but I guess I wasn't close enough, even though it gave me the prompt. Titus has created fire. I want to find more fuel for it, though, as far as wood, too, right?
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
So yeah, flashback, but why's that kid keep showing up?
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Nah, just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Yeah, but he has bigger problems than the wood. Yeah, time for another boss fight. This time we got Click. Too many K's in that name, maybe, huh? nice critical hit there. Once again, we still don't have too many options in battle if I don't have an overdrive. Just attack or items. This time, Titus is going to get 2 turns in a row, though, it looks like. Another critical. And if you get his HP down to a certain threshold, you get another cutscene here. And we get a bunch of guys with guns and masks coming in. One woman, I guess. The rest are all guys, I think. And she's gonna help us out.
You on my side? Cool.
Alright, using grenades. Certain items like grenades have special effects when used. These items can only be used during battle by selecting the special ability used, which of course this character has. And she comes with 2 grenades. So you can keep using them if you want to. Well, the other one I have. Or I can use steel with her now. And he just has more grenades. And yeah, you can get 1 or 2 at a time. Steals in this game don't work as they do in some of the other games exactly. Like, it's not limited to just 1 item. They have, like, you can steal multiple times. Usually I think 3 or 4 is the most you're going to be able to do. Yeah, and after the first couple, it does get a little more, or a little less likely that you'll get anything. I do tend to be a little bit of a hoarder though, so I try to get enemies when I get a chance to get them. And I could just keep using their grenades, but this guy isn't that tough. I don't think that I should need to worry about it. Let's just go ahead and try to finish him off with physical attacks. Now, if I don't take him out with this attack, I'll have her use a potion on herself in the next round. Because she'll get a turn here before the enemy gets to go. And they are fairly generous in the early game with giving you potions. There, we got him. Alright, so yeah, we got some stuff after this one. We got a sphere level and we get 2 ability spheres.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go.
Redek Drak! Ifin, Irisa, Tekiaka! Bak, Edeku! Skemed?
Fed! Trivita Krisa!
Sralnia, Drakisha Dane.
Ifan Petit! Fabuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
Pretty sure she said sorry there. But these are Al Bhed, which if you didn't gather that, it's from the language they're speaking, which we already learned a little bit about. And if you could understand what they're saying, they think he's a fiend, which in this game that means monsters, enemies. I mean, he looks like a human to me.
Kid, it's Daja.
Hey, that hurts.
Sujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Talk him back a little bit till they point the gun in his face.
Hey, nurse.
Right, whatever.
Tui hod kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Yeah, I don't understand why she didn't say something sooner, or why they were trying to communicate with him with, like, hand gestures and stuff. Maybe they didn't notice that he was speaking, well, English, but whatever language, the regular language in the world is supposed to be. Non-Al Bhed. So I can talk to them, but first of all, I'm gonna go grab this. Paint Al Bhed Primer Volume 1. Secrets of the Al Bhed language are revealed. Y equals A. So now whenever they're speaking, if there was a Y, it'll actually translate it, and it'll show up in the pink letter as an A. And Titus has achieved the rank of Al Bhed Ujela? Those actually show up as key items as well. So yes, since we're going to translate them, basically, you need to pick up one volume for every letter of the alphabet in order to fully translate the language. And they will just be, most of them will just be laying around.
What's this? Some kind of crane?
I almost forgot that was there.
All right. You don't have to shout.
Yeah, I almost forgot that you could actually get that interaction with the crane, or him saying that. That guy will give you 3 potions.
Sujait! Kadufun et setedamo!
Oh, almost forgot.
Alright, Sphere Grid tutorial. Sphere Grid is used to develop your characters by activating nodes with spheres. Let's see how this is done. And yeah, go to the Sphere Grid from the main menu. And yes, after you hover over a node, it'll tell you what it will do if you activate it. That raises defense by 1 point. That will learn the ability Cheer. And you notice some of them are also blank. And yes, you don't have to be on the node to activate it, you just have to be on it or next to it. And you see his sphere level is 4. That means he can move up to 4 spaces. You can backtrack as well, though. And when you backtrack, you can actually go, I think, 4 nodes for every sphere level. I'm just going to try to go through this fairly quickly. I'm not going to read all of it. It's pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, now you press X, you can move or use, and now if we select use, that does give us another menu with all of our different spheres here. And you need, yeah, different spheres to activate different nodes. Ability, speed, mana, power, and there are even some other different types, but these are the main 4 that we're going to be using through most of the game. And you have to get those from enemy drops or from treasures. And yeah, you can switch between characters with L1 and R1. And yes, select will zoom out, and you can see it is a very large grid.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Alright, so yeah, you just got to follow the chain there, and we're going to go down. One thing to note, you can actually return to the ship, and there's a trick here where if you go back to the ship, the guy that gave you potions, he'll give you more potions. I'm pretty sure it's in every version of the game, but I could be wrong on that. I don't need more potions, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to use my first sphere level, though. And yes, as I mentioned, I am doing the expert sphere grid, which I haven't really done too much with before. So it is going to be a little different, even than what you saw in the tutorial there. You can see that the sphere grid is not the same for Titus that it was. Not sure if that's going to affect which abilities he can get, or if it's just going to be how quickly you can get some of them. Yeah, it is going to change things. Jinx would not be one of his abilities. Or maybe the difference is just that some of this stuff isn't locked. I think that might be it. Because you can see this character is over here. So it's only one sphere grid for for all party members. So eventually, each section is like one character's different part of the grid, but eventually you could fill it out, the whole thing for each character, and get them really powerful that way. So if you beat the regular game, you don't have to do that or anything close to it. Just following the path for what they have is good enough. So he still starts out by getting cheer here, and this is going to be the direction that you're going to want to go with him, to go through his normal sphere grid, it looks like. Because, yeah, we got haste there. He will get haste, extract speed. That's an ability where if you use that in battle, then the enemy will automatically drop speed spears, even if they wouldn't have dropped that normally, if that makes any sense. Like normally if they would drop ability spheres, because each enemy drops a particular type of sphere usually. Strength, speed, or agility, or mana. But if I use the extract speed, then even if they were going to drop monospheres, they will drop speed instead. Sometimes you'll come across an area where they're just not dropping the type of spheres you need. Before we go further in, though, we are going to go ahead and call it here for today. So we'll pick up here next time and we'll dive down to try to search the ruins and see what the Bhed are looking for. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.